Let's go. You can't demonetize us for our own videos. The 89 Cavs are back. We had some Detroit basketball. Real quick, just to put this up on the top, because I've already gotten so many fucking messages about this. If you got a message about us being demonetized, yes, that did happen. And now we are fighting the good fight. But that makes us a man of the people. And, again, you haven't made it unless you have to do an appeal process. So I'm happy to do an appeal process. But enough about that. Just want to get that out of the top. The 89 Cavs are back. This is year 3, boys. From Bubble Boy or the bubble. What did we call it? The bubble ball. From Bubble Ball to year 3 of 89 Cavs are back. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing hella good. I seen some crazy shit today. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting some groceries, and there was a whole bunch of children, not children, but like teenagers playing basketball. And one of them for real looked like Devin Walker. And I'm like, yo, that is no way Devin Walker in Philadelphia. But the crazy thing that happened was a kid steals the ball, right? And he's going to the lane, dog. And the defender just lets him go to the lane, bro. And he misses a wide open layup. That defender grabs the rebound, bro, right? Other kid is just looking at the rim like, damn, I just missed that. Swear to my mom's life. Kid with the ball shoots half-court three-pointer. And I'm like, what is Steph Curry doing to the fucking children?
And knocks it down?
Crazy. No, he ain't knocked that shit down. He missed that shit horribly.
Hey, for a second, it was like, maybe.
I did. The way you were telling that story is like, man, I wish I had that skill. Just pulls up, knocks it down. Justin, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, chilling, man. Excited to, be back for the 3rd season of this. Let's go.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, I can't get mad at a wild 3. I was hooping yesterday, and I hit like 2 pretty long threes in a row, straight cash, all net. And I was like, all right. So as soon as I got the ball the next time, literally everybody on the court knew. And I still pulled off from like a foot inside half court. And that shit went straight off the backboard.
Wait, real quick, Steve, were you watching Justin play yesterday? Because that's what that sounded like.
Hey, you mentioned Devin. It was funny because as soon as I pulled up, he just yelled out, "Come on, man!"
Last time we had a show, I was talking about how I was getting back in basketball shape, how I was getting some shots up, and I was getting ready. And I have not played basketball since the last time we had that conversation. So we shut it down. I don't even have a good reason. I just was like, why am I doing this? Who's this for? Because once I had the mindset of, I was like, oh man, once I turn 40, I'm going to crush that 40 and over league. That's it's not so far away, but it's far enough away that I don't need to be grinding right now, So
you got that Mamba mentality.
Yeah, we're resting, so we're ready for 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steve, I know. Have you been playing?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I've been killing it. And I'm gonna tell y'all the secret, man. Green juice, man. I'm the Hezzies cleaner. Tween cleaner. Layup. You know what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? All because of the green juice, man. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was playing one time. This shit was embarrassing. And I was like at the top of the key. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I put the shit behind my back. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I caught him. So I'm going up and I do like one of the fake, like the Steve Nash, like fake to the left, but I'm still going to take it up. And he bit it. But the dude I did the behind the back runs and swat. Bang! Like some Tayshaun Prince. I was like, oh, nah, bro. It was like if you was doing everything well in Mario Kart, and right at the end, they hit you with the blue shell. Like, that's how that shit felt, bro. I was sick.
What's tough about that is you were celebrating, too, while you were going up. Like, I know you're like, wow, I can't believe I busted 2 people in the same move. Busted 2 people. Did you see? I don't know if you guys saw this. This was a clip from the Atlanta Falcons game yesterday, that rookie running back, Bijan Robinson. There was, like, a bad pass, and he, like, caught it behind his back, and he did the rondo, where he like started pulling it behind his back and then went the other way around and then crossed the end zone for a touchdown. And I was like, what? That's so unnecessary. You didn't need to fake anybody out, but he did. It was very impressive. Wait, Weisberg in the chat said, I did that once. Somebody stopped my dribble from about 37 feet. to my face. He was like, "Go ahead, you can't hit that," and I iced that shit. Okay, wow, all right, Weisberg.
Yeah.
Normally, putting their comments like big L's, and Weisberg starting the season off with a big dub right there. So there you go. Congrats, Weisberg. All right. So, well, that's tough. I mean, in honor of Justin, I mean, at least you get Tayshaun Prince, right? So if you're gonna go down, at least it's in Detroit energy, you know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So since I think the last thing we covered when we were all hanging out, we came back together after Chris Paul went to Golden State, I think, and Jordan Poole went to Washington. But I guess we should probably, what we're going to do today is like pick up where we left off, a couple of the big offseason moves, and then we will kind of forecast what the East and the West are going to look like this season. I don't know. I mean, I've been talking about this almost every day. I guess like as the Dame trade, let's start with Dame to Milwaukee first. As that came down, what were like initial reactions? Where did you guys land on all that?
I was like, I'm proud of Adam Silver because I know why he did that. Because, bro, let's be honest. That trade didn't make no fucking sense for Portland. Portland got a bag of chips, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got a bag of chips. But he was trying to make sure we never, ever have to watch Miami Heat versus Denver Nuggets. Hey, Adam, thank you.
Wait, hold on. You think Miami's deal would have been better than what they got from Milwaukee?
Yo, do you want a bag of chips or do you want like Tyler Hero? I'm just curious.
No, you think that was a bad? Wait, hold on. Before
Bro, they got Drew Holiday and then sent them away. What did they get?
They got so. Oh wait, hold on, Justin. You go first. You go first because I don't want to sway the audience. Not that you would be swayed by me.
Like, you would have graded it? Like, I don't know. I think I was happy.
Yeah,
I was happy for both sides. Honestly, Dame got out of there. We got Milwaukee. We gonna let Scoot Rock in Portland. Like, Portland's gonna be garbage water for like 3 seasons.
For sure.
It's just bad. Really still confused about Jeremy Grant. But hey, shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Jeremy Grant once again, finessing his way into being the best player on an NBA team. Nobody does it better.
He's Jeremy Grant is the rich man Josh Richardson. Like, I don't understand how you've made this much money. Like, but you're still out here.
Hey, he can ball. He can ball. I'm not mad having on the team. As number one, we're rebuilding. But Dame on the Bucks is gonna be a problem. Just pick and rolls. That's all you gotta do. Pick and rolls. Here, you try to double Giannis, well, Dame shooting a 40-footer.
Yeah. And then what are you gonna single cover Giannis? Like, no way.
Well, my thing is though, like, obviously the Bucks is gonna be crazy because they was first place and my man Chris was out like half the fucking season. So if Chris is not a third option and then you get my man Dame, it's gonna be crazy. But y'all think Jeremy Grant is the best player on the Blazers? Am I bugging? Is it not Ayton?
It is Ayton. That's what. So okay, I want to go. Okay. I think Portland got. Well, no, but I get what you're saying. Like, Grant is still good. I think they got a good deal. All right, so Weisberg put in the chat. They got DeAndre Ayton, Robert Williams, 3 firsts, 2 swaps, and then I feel like there's something else they got in there too. There's like one more piece that I'm missing, but I think that is better than what Miami was offering with Tyler Hero. Because even if you keep Tyler Hero, like, what are you doing with Tyler Hero? Like, you got Scoot, Simon, Sharp, and you can put Tyler Hero out there. So you just got like 4 dudes who refuse to play defense on the team.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I mean this with full respect, respectfully. Sometimes I'll be forgetting the guards that Portland like. I forgot Shannon Sharp existed. Not that he's trash. Not that he's trash. That sounded like extreme shade. No shade, no tea, no lemonade. I just forgot about him. Like, I know they have Brogdon, but I heard they're trying to move Brogdon. Like, yo, low key. What the fuck is going on with Brogdon, bro? He's getting swung around, dog.
I was listening to something the other day, and they were just like, I think it might have been Waz, who I still, I'd forfeit all of my income to just have Steven Waz in a room together. But I think they called him a serial complainer or serial grumbler. I think it was.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like, wherever he is. And I know John Dub right here in the chat, who is a Pacers fan, who the second Brogdon was traded to the Celtics, he was like, well, enjoy him getting hurt when it counts. And he was right. But just that he complains all the time. But I want to talk about Dame one real quick, because there was something that happened that reminded me, and I've said this like on the morning show, but I wonder if this like resonates with you guys, because we've all had friends that have moved either to LA or from New York somewhere else, and they do like a going away thing. And I thought Dame releasing a single that was him explaining why he was leaving, was like energy of friends, including myself, who have moved and been like, come to my going away show. Where I was like, you're not really addressing your fans, man. You were getting clicks. You were getting...
Wait, I straight up didn't know he dropped a song though.
He did. And he was like, he blamed Portland in the song too, like the ownership. He blamed the ownership.
That's fair. I mean, that is fair.
Well, I thought it was kind of nuts that he like requested trade, and then they're like not finding a deal that for him to go to Miami, and then he said, well, I'll come back, and Portland was like, nah, we don't want you back at that point. And then he was mad at that. I was like, well, I mean, you requested the trade, man. Like, you started this, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Damian Lillard out his goddamn mind. You know what Damian Lillard is? Whenever you go to your like bodega man or sandwich shop for people across the United States, he's that person that makes a very specific order, and you're like, yo, bro, please hurry this shit up. Like, hey, man, y'all could trade me, but it has to specifically either be a team that has nothing for you in Miami, or I got to stay and play with some bozos that I don't like and I hate this place. Like, bro, nah, bro, we own you, dog. We giving you anywhere. Like, what's wrong with him, dog?
Dude, oh, man, that was like, so I was in Ireland recently, and I was with a bunch of wonderful people, and I know this will come off like some real shade, and maybe it is, but there was a couple people in the group that no matter wherever we went, right, you could be going to McDonald's, and they would have been like, hey, do you, what do you like the best? Like, to whoever was, do you have any recommendations? Like, for everyone, like, no matter where we went, it was like, we'd go to a bagel shop, and they'd be like, what do you like here? Like, fucking bagels, man. We fucking like bagels. Like, we don't have to do this every time. We don't have to do this every time. We're taking, like, we took the bear too seriously. We don't need recommendations. Like, come on. But that it does, yeah. Same energy. All right. So do we Milwaukee got better. All right. You're saying they probably should have taken Tyler Hero, Steve. You think they should have taken that Miami deal? Nah.
I forgot Shannon Sharp and they got a Scoot. I forgot that existed. So you don't need Mr. Tequila over there. You don't need Jack Harlow in Portland, dog. So
you have to call him Shannon Sharp, just because if Shannon Sharp is coming off of Stephen A. Smith and is now balling for the Portland Trailblazers.
What's the man's name though? Is it
Shaden?
Shaden. No, I'm thinking the dude that be yelling. Okay, my bad.
Oh, I thought you like it was just throwing shade.
I know that was like a great.
Yo, I promise to everyone watching, to y'all too, I think the man can play basketball. I just forgot because I don't watch Portland. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The first time I thought it was a dunk, and then the second time I was like, oh shit, he's just saying Shannon. So like some of the fallout of, so Drew Holiday goes to Portland, and then I mean immediately everybody was like, Miami was going to go after Drew Holiday, the Celtics were going to go after Drew Holiday, the Clippers, the Warriors. It ends up going to the Celtics. So Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and then a couple picks for Drew Holiday. Drew goes to the Celtics. I'm like too biased. So I mean, it was like, dude, home run. This is the best thing ever. What were you guys' reactions when you saw Drew was going to Boston?
You guys fixed your patch. I would say for the last maybe 6 years, I didn't have a point guard. It was like IT to Kyrie to Kemba, and they all kind of flopped. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all try to make Marcus play the one, and that was like a shit show. So it's like now you have someone that not only is like crazy on defense, but a solid one. And then y'all got a big five that could stretch. I'm like, yo, Boston looking sexy this year. Okay.
Yeah, you won't have the Marcus Smart leads the team in clutch shots problem anymore, because I don't think Drew is not going to pull those for better or worse, and that's a big upgrade. Also, you get an upgrade on defense, which is wild because you lost Marcus Smart,
right?
Veteran player, definitely going to be motivated against your prime rival for the East too. So that maybe that comes into play in the Eastern Conference Finals if they play the Bucks. I think it's a solid deal. I do wonder. I know Robert Williams has injury problems, but he gives other teams big men problems. And now we got Porzingis, who improved defender, but he's primarily blocks. It blocks inside. He's not as much of as like a positional defender as Rob Williams is, I would say. Which I don't know. That could be. I'm curious how that goes against like Embiid, Giannis. Who else is the other guy?
Like the real bigs.
Yeah, Jokic, yeah.
No, I totally agree. I also think just like ethically and morally, it was a lot easier to root for Robert Williams. Like there's no past of Porzingis that you kind of have to deal with from his time in New York. And so like ethically, it was a lot more fun rooting for Robert Williams. It's like, oh yeah, the worst part about him is his name's Time Lord because he shows up late. That's a lot easier to work around than Google Porzingis in New York. So
yeah.
There's that. I agree though, man. I loved Robert Williams. It does kind of suck that he's gone, but I mean, they basically traded Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Grant Williams. Did they lose some? I think just those three. They basically lost those three and then added Porzingis and Holiday. I'm like, I mean, it's hard to argue that, right? Steve, what about you? Where were you at with like with the Drew stuff?
I thought it was dope. And my only thing is, it's like now, like your bench isn't like that deep because you just extended Peyton, right? So Peyton is there for like 4 years, and then you got Derek White, right?
Yeah, and you know Boston rejoiced when they extended Peyton Pritchard.
But he's solid though.
I know.
He is. Who's the backups though? For like,
dude, Luke Cornett. They they don't have anybody. They get that rookie Jordan Walsh. They got Sam Hauser. Yeah, they need to like sign some older dudes who want to get one more check. Like they need Blake, come on back, baby. Come on back, Blake.
Blake is unemployed. Yeah,
but I think it's by his choice. I think some teams would sign Blake, but he's like, why would I do preseason? Like why? Let me show up late November.
Late November? I think Blake is like, hey, how about me in the new year? We don't need
yeah. When's JFL?
But I think you guys are gonna be fire this year. I'm not gonna lie. I think you guys are gonna be fire. And I think like although everybody's like gassing up Milwaukee, hey man, it could go either way. It's gonna be a fun series when we get to that point.
Yeah, truly it will be. I think Porzingis is gonna be great for the Celtics because he doesn't have to do, and he's not number one or number two. He's just a dude on the team, kind of, and he doesn't have to shoulder the offensive load. He can kind of just get to his spots, kind of get open off of other people because Tatum and Brown will have the ball. So I think that's going to work well. Curious about Al Horford, but I've been curious about Al Horford for like 5 years now, and it's just, hey man, he's staying consistent. So I don't even know.
So sorry.
No, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Not to get off topic because I know we're talking about being talented.
No, go for it.
But now Jordan Poole, right? For whatever situation, whatever happened, only Lord knows what happened.
Wait, we got to talk about this then because I don't know. Did you hear? I think we texted about it though. Like what Jordan Poole said.
I only heard the Iggy shit, and he was being like super vague on Gilbert's show. So basically, he was like, "But if you know it, you can say it."
I'll shout out Pablo Torre because he had a podcast or a video come out. He called him an expensive backpack for 30. So he basically, which I didn't think incited a fight, but the chat told me I was wrong, saying that was really good. But basically, he called him an accessory. He called him like an expensive watch. He called him a book bag. Basically, like he's Steph's accessory, and then that is what caused Draymond to wild out.
Hey, fellas, let me land. That's a bar. That's a bar. Like, yo, if you a real dude, you'd be like, all right, dog, you got me. Because, bro, if you averaging 7, 5, and 3 and you look like a dickhead, you might be a Louis Vuitton backpack for Steph Curry, dog. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it might be. And, yo, Jordan Poole, when I'm in the DMV, You buy me drinks, but I'm giving you a dap, man. That's hard. That's hard.
I've never heard somebody say that. Like that's a phrase I've never heard. You're an expensive backpack for X, which is just
you know that
context.
Right. You know that wasn't improvised either. Like he had said that to his friends, and his friends were like,
yeah.
dude, that's a fucking you knew.
Yeah. You can't think of that off the dome. You feel me?
No. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hijack your Jordan Poole point. I wanted to I remember that.
What team would you really put him on? Because obviously he's just gonna be getting empty stats. What team do you think he would be on and it would be like, yo, this guy, he might make the All-Star game, or this guy is actually like must-watch television. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't give a fuck about him and Kuzma. Let's keep it stacked. It's like him, Kuzma, and a dude that looks like he does improv, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers we don't know in Washington DC. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. You know?
Hey, I don't know. Justin feels like. Did you have a little something for Kuzma there?
It's like Kuzma's fine.
Kuzma's cool. Kuzma's cool, but we not like the average person doesn't want to watch those two together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kyle Kuzma, who was like, "I'm ready to play for Team USA." Team USA was like, "Well, we'll be in touch." Pump the brakes, Kuz. Hey, you know the first thought that came to mind was the Knicks. I feel like the Knicks the Knicks have a bunch of dudes that are like, I'll fight before I score a bucket. And they could use someone that could just come in and immediately think they're the best player on the court.
Yeah, I love that you thought the basketball fit. I think just he's a Knick, personality-wise, through and through. Yes. That is absolutely a guy who plays for the Knicks. He would immediately become the best shooting guard in the league to some people just by strictly playing for the Knicks. Wild confidence. He'll be in all those side talk videos if they still around. I don't know. That would be fun.
What's so funny too is as much as he'd work for the Knicks, he wouldn't work for the Nets, which I think is just funny. Like you put him on the Nets and he's just like, oh, we just get clips of Ben Simmons and Jordan Poole walking into the locker room together, and immediately there's just like a visceral reaction. But with the Knicks, you're like, yeah, man, get it. That's swag that Jordan Poole has.
No, I just want to see once in my life a Cam Thomas Jordan Poole lineup.
Oh, no. It's just like minus 48. Wait, Steve, did you have a landing spot that you were thinking about for Jordan Poole?
Y'all gonna think I'm doing a bit, but I thought Portland. But then I realized Sharp and Scoot are players on the team.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Because I'm like, if they had him up there in the same squad, I'm like, that shit would kind of be a little crazy. But once again, because like him and what's the dude's name? Simons,
yeah. That team
would be sexy, boy.
They're tiny though.
Yeah, that team would score 112 points a game on 3 assists.
Yeah, it would be stupid. It'll be a video game.
They would just sprint up and chuck. Wait, I said the Knicks too. Justin, did you have anybody where?
Honestly, I don't have a better one than the Knicks. I could search for one, but that'd be the most. For me, that's the most fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be, especially just like Brunson, DiVincenzo, Rand. You don't have anybody that's like him, and then he'd come in. He'd immediately. I'm trying to think of who he'd be like in like recent Knicks history. I can't even think of anybody like Jordan Poole in recent Knicks history. That'd be a fun one.
That'd be stupid.
Marbury.
Yeah.
Yo, you mean Marbury in Jersey? You feel me? Marbury in Jersey was stupid, bro.
He really was. Marbury in Jersey was stupid.
It's ridiculous.
And Marbury in the Knicks was a different kind of stupid.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Speaking of the East, should we just like try to throw out some Eastern Conference thoughts of? I think I want to start with the East because I feel like that's easier than the West. I feel like the West is going to be just a straight up shit show. Yeah. So should we break down the East? Why don't we do it like 1 through 4? Okay. And then 6 through 10, and then the garbage at the end.
Okay. So like, from the top to the bottom. Yeah.
1 through 6, and then the play-in, and then the garbage. Maybe whatever. I'm making it too complicated now. Yeah. Are we all on the same page that it's either like Bucks and Celtics or Celtics and Bucks 1-2?
Oh, for sure.
Unless something insane, like something unforeseen happens, even with like major injury, I still think it would be that. I can't. The other teams don't even seem in the name, like the same echelon. These feels like the only 2 contenders, and then everybody else is a solid team or worse.
I know we joked about this in text, but I was like, because they're like, oh, who's going to play the 5 for the Celtics? I was like, I could play the 5 for the Celtics and they win 45 games. Like that team, if you get Tatum, Brown, Holiday, White, you just throw 4 of those with anybody out there, they're going to win games. Yeah, I agree with you. I think like even if like Middleton missed some time or whatever, I mean, Giannis and Dame is just going to be unguardable. Like
crazy.
Regular season basketball, unguardable. I think when it gets weird though, that like 3 spot, you could make a case for like 5 different teams for the 3 spot. So say we'll just go Celtics, Bucks in some order. Where are you guys going for the 3 spot?
All right, I gotta take that. I might get flamed on. I might get flamed on. Okay. Yo, first before I say my take, them Marberries was crazy, yo. Like, first of all, we should have never trusted them shits. They were $15. What? $15 for some sneakers? Yo, if you're gonna pay less, them shit's not $15 fucking dollars, bro. But anyway.
Also, I just want to shout out. I think Justin, did you update your YouTube handles?
No, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how they got there.
That's not you?
No, that is me, but I didn't pick a name. I just logged in. And
all right. There you go. There you go.
Because I usually it doesn't say my name, I don't think.
As in Jayborn, yeah. That's why I was like, oh shit.
All right, so in third place, I have none other than the New York Knicks. Now, hear me out. I think the Knicks are going to have a better season than Philadelphia and Cleveland, mainly because both of those teams have motherfuckers that sincerely don't want to be there. Like, absolutely are like, yo, what am I doing? I'm thinking about June right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody in the Knicks is like, yo, we're kind of doing it right now. Maybe we could actually do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even all the pieces they added, half of them motherfuckers played with each other in college. They smiling. Everybody's happy. Family, you look at a photo of the Sixers, ain't nobody happy besides Maxey, dog. You dig what I'm saying? Maxey and Kelly are like, I guess this is kind of cool. You feel me? So that's why I got a third. I got the Knicks.
I'm with you. I get the Knicks as well. I think I think the Sixers are going to be a shit show. The Knicks bringing back just about everybody with Josh Hart. I don't know. I weirdly think RJ Barrett's going to have a good season. I think I'm on the RJ Barrett train.
I pray, man.
I know. So yeah, I would take them third too. What about you, Justin?
I have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I like that.
I still believe in the Cavs, and I think they disappointed so hard in the
so hard.
Like just they got punked by the Knicks like throughout that entire series. So they have something to prove. Donovan Mitchell's still great. I think Evan Mobley is gonna. I think it's his time to take a leap, and that dude is nice. I think he could get up to like all-star level this year, especially with the East, where it's going to be kind of. I think there's space for him. I should say.
Don't that. That was a very nice way.
Yeah, so I really believe in Evan Mobley. They were good last year to get the same people, so I'm taking the Cavs.
Yeah, Steve, did you have the Cavs fourth?
I did.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. And I'm fine. Like Cavs 3, Knicks 4, Knicks 3, Cavs 4. To me, it's the same thing. I think they're both going to have a pretty close record. And I'm with you too. I also love Darius Garland, man. Oh, the one fun storyline too that I think we talked about in the last show is just what the Donovan Mitchell energy is going to be like. I don't think he's not somebody that's just going to punk out on a team, but it does sound like he's probably not going to extend with the Cavs or re-sign with the Cavs. So this could be a little, I'm not going to say last dance. Donovan Mitchell's not getting last dance energy, but a last run with the Cavs. But yeah,
is he a free agent? Is he a free agent this summer?
I think so. I think it's this summer.
And we all know where he's going. So
with the New York Knicks, right?
Yeah, we all know that's the shit he wanted. That's the shit he was like, I thought I was going to the Knicks. I went to the Mets game. I was eating pizza. That's where he want to go. No disrespect. I bet you Cleveland's a beautiful city. Ain't nobody trying to play for the city of Cleveland. You feel what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
Oh, wait, I think he has one more year.
Okay. So he's eligible for an extension right now, but he's got one more year after this. Yeah, that is right, because I remember Tim Bontemps was saying that the Cavs could look to trade him in the offseason this year if they wanted to try to get some back. And shout out, it's Hershey in the chat saying, don't forget Jared Allen's going to miss the first couple weeks. I know he just got dinged up a little bit, but Still should be okay with that. And they added Max Strus, right? We like Strus. Yeah, good additions. So those are our top 4. So we both, Milwaukee and Boston, feel confident of that. Knicks and Cavs, the 3-4. I think 5 is where it gets weird because this is where I think all of these teams are going to be at like 40 wins. So Justin, who do you got going in the 5 seed?
Ooh, so this one I've been trying to figure out, but I don't know. I'm picking Philly, which I feel like is a safe bet, and I could see it being very, very wrong. I can see them kind of falling off pretty hard, and also, Embiid's injury issues can pop back up. But I think Philly. I mean, Embiid is the MVP. Still a beast. Still no one in this conference who can get close to him. Maxi's still good, and I think Harden might be in a place where he just got to suck it up. So I feel like he'll end up playing. So that's what I would. I would Philly. That's it.
I'm gonna just say this. I live in the city of Philadelphia. It's a beautiful city, and I'm speaking for all of Philadelphia. You feel me? Not the whole state of Pennsylvania, just the city of Philadelphia. Fuck you, James Harden. Straight up. Ain't nobody wants you. You washed up. You garbage as fuck. Just play here. Because you're not going to go nowhere and do anything else, broski. You get what I'm saying? The Clippers, if you go to the Clippers, bro, you're not going to win with the Clippers. You get what I'm saying? So just do your fucking job. You know what I mean? Think, bro, if this shit is a job, treat this shit like it's McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Shake Shack, Chipotle. Don't be asking for other shit. Nobody in Chipotle asking like, oh, I got to go to Cadobo. I got to go to another spot. You know what I'm saying?
I did not expect to get a Cadobo shot. Yeah, dude, Cadobo, come on.
Come on, man. But I also have the 76ers sadly at 5th, but I hope if we do trade James Harden, I hope we get something. But I just think he's being a little diva, and it's like you're past your prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Embiid's got Nick Nurse as his coach now, and Nick Nurse loves to play. He's like Tom Thibodeau Jr. He loves to play everybody like 40 minutes a game. So I do think like you play Embiid 40 minutes a game for 82 games a year, you're gonna win like 48 games. So I don't want to pick the Sixers 5, but I think between Embiid, Maxey, Tobias Harris, it's still like a solid 3. And we haven't like officially deemed the Eastern Conference the Church League, even though we've talked about it via text. The Eastern Conference is the Church League, and so they are a 5 seed because it's about to get real ugly real fast. So this is good. We all get the same top 5, even though it's a little jumbled. We all get the same top 5.
It's gonna be crazy 6-10 though. Yeah, I'm letting you guys know we're gonna start yelling soon.
Yeah. I already know Steve got some heat for me. So.
All right. Steve, fire up the 6 seed. Who you got?
Hey man, I just want everyone to know I'm a fan of this team, but I know ball, and this is where they're gonna be at. And it's sad to say it. 6 is definitely Miami Heat. Miami Heat has not added any pieces to do what they did last year. And if they do what they did last year, I think we all just got to be like, Jimmy Butler, you that guy. But to be honest, I do not see that happening at the 6th seed, especially with the pieces the top 2 teams added. Yeah. So I'm going to put them as a 6 seed, first round knockout. You feel me?
There we go. First round knockout, 6 seed, Miami Heat. Justin, who do you have?
Oh, I do not have the Miami Heat. I'll tell you that. I'm taking this team. I think they're on the rise, and now, they have a star player.
Yes,
someone who I've seen do work on and off the court. Shout out to that Vegas bottle service. Yes. I'm picking the Indiana Pacers.
Let's go,
Tyrese Halliburton.
And Justin, you want to know what? I'm also taking the Indiana Pacers. Let's go.
We lost Steve. If you're listening, Steve has walked out of the room. Oh, he's back.
Steve is back. Steve,
ladies and gentlemen, we smoke crack. We smoke crack. We do heroin. We take ecstasy. We do all of it. Indiana Pacers at 6. Tyrese madness.
Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Benedict Mathurin. We've got Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown.
Y'all hate too much.
Dude, Bruce Brown is bringing porn star sex energy to Indiana. Do you know what that could do to the state of Indiana?
You know what's crazy? Like, they had it before with Paul George, and they was balling. So Mike not even wrong.
I forgot.
There ain't a lot of places to hang in Indiana, so if he can connect the team with the funds.
I forgot.
You got me with that one, bro. You know what? I'm not even gonna argue. You got me, bro. The
I will say though,
crazy.
It's less about the Pacers being good, if I'm being honest. I just think the rest of the East is ass. Like, Steve, your case for Miami is exactly why I'm like fine not picking them 6, because they like straight up got worse. They lost 2 of their starting 5 from the finals, and like they didn't replace it. I mean, Miami's very good at just like finding dudes named like Derek Thornton, who all of a sudden plays 35 minutes a game and averages like they're all Miami.
There's gonna be a lot of high power.
Yeah, Miami Heat Twitter's already been like, dude, don't forget about Orlando Robinson. And I'm like, you know what? I did forget about Orlando Robinson. Go ahead, Steve.
I'm only saying that because I trust Spo. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
fair.
I trust Spo, and Spo be making motherfuckers we don't know look like, I should have known about them. I have Indiana Pacers on my list, but there's other teams in the East that I believe that are better. But I am gonna say this: Bruce Brown and Toppin, that's what I like to see.
Yeah,
those 2 signings, bro. I'm like, yo, this is where Obi should have been from the fucking get-go. You know what I'm saying?
I think Obi's gonna have a good season, man.
What?
Yeah.
I'm saying straight up. I'm not trying to ride dick. MIP. Straight up. That's my MIP.
I think that's a good pick. I also think Halliburton's going to date someone famous this year.
He's got to, boy. It's a handsome man.
He was like asking questions in some like WWE press conference the other day. Like he's very available. He's very available. We got Miles Turner's still there. They still have Buddy Hield who wants to get traded, so maybe they move him into some pieces. Yeah. They got this rookie Jarris Walker that I really like too. I don't know. I'm just, it's very on brand not to pick Miami. It's so on brand that I'm going to take the 7 seed Orlando Magic.
Nah, yo, why do y'all do drugs?
No,
before we do this show. Because I can name you a team that's gonna have a better record, and I'll put $500 on it.
No, okay, all right. I don't want to go do that because I just got demonetized here on YouTube. I think this is all gonna be real close. So I'm here for like the Miami Heat could obviously fill in here. I'm not gonna say the team that I think you're gonna say, so I'll let you do that. But for Orlando, you got Paolo, the rookie of the year 2, who is out there playing big man 5 for Team USA because Jaren Jackson Jr. could only get 2 rebounds a game, and he looked good. So he's got year 2. You assume he makes a leap. Franz Wagner for Germany, the FIBA World Cup champs. They looked awesome. They have Markelle Fultz, who now is healthy, who's never going to be live up to the number 1 pick, but he looks good. Wendell Carter Jr. I really like. They re-signed Wagner's brother to keep Franz happy. He's like Mo Wagner is like a poor man's Thanasis, just to keep the family happy. They got Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs. I don't know. I just feel like Orlando's going to be tough. Did you mention
Jett Howard?
I'm not going to mention Jett Howard. All right.
Okay.
That was the worst pick of the NBA draft. It happened. We were there live, and we all looked around when it happened, and we're like, what's happening? But Orlando, the second half of the year was like one of the better defensive teams. They were like if the season started in January, I think they would have been a 6 seed. So I don't know. I just kind of like Orlando. I'm going to take Orlando.
Now, the team I'm going to say, first of all, I think Orlando, respectfully, is straight shit. Straight shit. You know what I'm saying? Bench his ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to Pablo. Shout out to my man Franz, all of that. This team, I was going to pick 6. And this team, even to me, they might be crazy enough. They might even be 5th. But I'm putting them right here, and I think this team is definitely better than Orlando Magic. And we got to put some respect on Mikal Bridges' name, bro. In Brooklyn, he going to go crazy. And then you got Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson going to go crazy. Spencer going to go stupid. Come on. Claxton going to go crazy. Yo, the Nets, bro, they sleeping on them. And you know what's the key to the Nets? Yo, Vaughn, play my man Simmons at the 4 and tell him we don't need nothing else. Just outlet passes and rebounds. We don't need you to shoot nothing. I'm telling y'all, the roster, y'all think it's like, oh, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers we don't know. They're solid, bro. That's a solid young core, and I think they could bust the ass of the Orlando Magic, bro.
Steve, listen, man, you had me until you said just play Ben Simmons at the 4 and everything.
Yo, hold on, hear me, yo, listen, hear me out though. You telling me you wouldn't want to afford to grab a board and be able to do an outlet pass, like, and then lock up? Because defensively, Ben Simmons, bro, if Ben Simmons gave a fuck, he would be lit.
Yeah,
if he doesn't, but if he doesn't have the pressure on him, and you ask him to do a specific role, I think he'll do it.
Okay, Ben Simmons photoshopped his shoulders.
Y'all hate too much. I'm talking ball. I'm talking about the man's body. I'm talking about what he does. I'm talking about what he did when he made the All-Star game. He could play the 4 and be hot, bro. Come on. It's positionless basketball we play now, bro.
I think that's a fair pick. What were you gonna say, Justin?
I'm just not putting any. I said I believed in Ben Simmons last year. I'm not putting myself out on the line like that. I hear you, Steve, and you're not wrong about anything you said. But I'm not. I
hear you. I see you. I feel you.
Personally, it's not for me. That's not for me.
The Magic.
Oh, the Nets ain't even on my list. Straight up for the top 10. I don't have the Nets there. I don't believe in that team. I don't believe in them at all. I watched them in person and I was sad. I have Miami at 7 and then Orlando at 8.
Okay.
We already discussed it, so we don't
okay.
I know the Orlando stuff is crazy, but part of me is like, bro, I really believe in France.
For real, we have to do an update of this episode before, because I want to see who's right, because y'all have lost your mind.
Hey, I have on this podcast tried to pick Orlando as a sleeper multiple years.
Oh my God! Remember they started out 4-1 or something, and Justin victory lapped it, and then they didn't win a game for like 4 weeks.
So they're gonna come through for me this year. God damn it! Jonathan Eisen is back. All right. The preacher man is back. All right.
Who do y'all have at 8?
I don't want
He's gonna get supercharged by an election year too.
Listen, maybe this is a hot take. I don't want my star athletes writing books yet. Wait till you retire. Get in the gym, baby. I want you in the gym. All right. One thing I want to say on the Nets, I feel like we walked away from, like, they made that trade and they're like, actually, the Nets aren't that bad. Look at Mikal Bridges. After the KD trade, they were 19-24. Just throwing that out there about Brooklyn.
Man, you talking about the Orlando Magic, though?
Nah, dude, I like the Magic.
The Orlando fucking Magic, though.
So I'm gonna put the Heat next, right? So we're all kind of like in the same spot. So what are we at? Are we at the 8th seed right now?
Yeah.
So you got Heat at 8.
I think
Orlando.
Okay. And you have Orlando at 8. I have none other than Mr. Trae Young and his Birds at 8.
That's who I got at 9 too.
Yeah. My 9 and 10, y'all gonna flame me. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I hate the playing game. I think the playing game is crazy. But I'm gonna say my 9 and 10, and they're gonna yell at me. At 9, somebody left a certain city and gave up their team. And I think a lot of those players are gonna take it personal. I got Charlotte Hornets at 9, bro.
That's great. That's great. Wait, just hit us with your 10 too. Hit us with your 10.
Indiana Pacers. I don't believe in them like y'all, but once again, y'all be hating Miami since birth. Yo, I just want everyone to know we've been doing this shit for 3 years. Since the first year was fuck Miami. And they kept it. Because you want to know why? 89 Cavs is all about consistency, baby.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because I love Jimmy Butler, but also fuck Miami. Like, that is a weird stance to have, you know?
Hey, man. Hey, Kyle Lowry is a 6-foot point guard. Is going into his year with a turn 37. That's just that's not like a good recipe. And I love Kyle Lowry. That's just historically the fall off happens hard for short point guards.
I wanted to talk about Atlanta real quick because I have Atlanta in my like 9-10 range too. It is kind of wild how like the second you leave Atlanta, you're like legally required to shit on Trae Young. Like John Collins got to Utah and he looked around and he was like, "Mom, I'm home." Like,
Good pickup though. Good pickup for them.
Yeah. Oh, and it was for free. It was like for free. And John
Mhm.
Collins really was like, it's great to be on a team with no egos. And John Collins wasn't talking about DeAndre Hunter. Like he was talking about Trae Young. And this was like last year, Kevin Huerter goes to the Kings and they like straight up was like, "Oh, what was it like playing with Trae Young?" He's like, "I'm happy I'm in Sacramento." Like everybody just dunks on this man.
He's straight up like, I think like there's openly people do not like him as a person, which is why.
He's horrible.
No one does except for the Atlanta fans who love him so much. But that team's like way too talented to not make the top 10. So I got Atlanta in there. So I think Miami and Atlanta were like my 9 and 10. But like no, Chicago's fucked. I don't have Charlotte there yet, although I wouldn't be too surprised. And then Detroit, I want Detroit to be good, but this ain't it, right? Justin, should we give Justin like a Detroit minute here before we move to the Western Conference? How we feeling, Justin?
I am very excited for the Pistons. Oh damn, you didn't take me off. Like, I got my bad boy shirt on. All right, I'm very excited for the Pistons. We got a lot of great young talent. We got up and down the roster. Even we don't have to worry about James Wiseman playing potentially, so that's a positive. But I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. I don't believe in this team at all. and they're all like Cade played less games than like Zion did in his first 2 years. Like he's played 72, 76 games in his first 2 years.
Yeah. Holy shit, for real?
Like, so he just straight up hasn't played a lot. Him and Ivy have to figure out the chemistry. We got to get Bogdan out here, like in the mentality that like these games mean something. Because my man was 9-5 in it all last year, just straight up checked out. I'm a little scared about how much. Like, I'm a little scared I might see a Wiseman Duren lineup, and I don't want that to happen. Please play Duren and Stewart and we don't have to do this Wiseman thing. What's going on, Troy Weaver? What's up with all these number 2 picks that are just kind of okay? What are we collecting?
It does. Marvin Bagley, though, last night, I think he dropped like, oh man, I have this line saved somewhere because I talked about it this morning. He dropped, where is it? Against the Suns. 25-7 in 22 minutes. And a report came out. They were like, it's either going to be Bagley or Wiseman. And Bagley was like, it's going to be me. Like,
yeah. But you know why? Because Bagley is an NBA player.
Yeah.
Like, Bagley's a proven NBA player. And that's going to help. Honestly, we need something like that. I think they'll be good. But I don't think I'm giving them like maybe 32 wins or something. And that's a positive. They'll be fun to watch. But it's so many rookies and so many people who haven't played. They're just gonna get beat down. All
you want is to come out of this being like, wow, Cade is that guy, right? Like if you just come out of this season being like, Cade, like the Team USA hype coming out of because like Cade played for like basically the JV squad that would like scrimmage against Team USA, and they were like, we want to get ready to play Slovenia, so Cade, you're gonna be Luka. And apparently Cade just cooked the starters. So like if you come out of that being like, wow, Cade's like a 30-point guy, Jaden Ivey's nice, Thompson's nice, get one more draft pick, and you'd be okay. You don't want to be good. Before we move to the West, Weisberg said, got stuck in a meeting in the last 40 minutes, but shout out Kai Jones. Kai Jones, we don't have to get into this too much, but he formally requested a trade today on Twitter, which is super against the CBA, and he's about to get fined 150 racks, I think. Yeah. So it's not great for Kai Jones. But let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, I was just saying. Yeah. It's not going well for my man's.
Let's quickly hit the Western Conference because just for transparency, viewers and listeners, we were like, oh man, should we do some other stuff too? I don't know if this is going to take up a full hour, and it is 7:51. So yes, it will take up a full hour. Let's hit up the West. So Steve, block your ears, but are the Denver Nuggets the best team in basketball? Definitely the best team in the West right now?
No. Because I don't ride dick and like assholes. That whole roster is. Yo, first, I just want y'all to know, I only hate 3 people in my life, and it's Donald Trump, Theo Von, and Jokic.
Wait.
In that order. Dead
Also-
serious. Yo, I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass. Like, Jokic is like the worst thing to happen to basketball. That shit not, yo, bro, just he's ungrateful. That shit not cute.
Wait, what do you mean he's ungrateful?
Motherfucker, what you mean? What I mean, he's ungrateful. His whole shtick is he look like a plumber and don't give a fuck about basketball. He's ungrateful. Oh, I didn't play basketball this summer. I don't care. Bro, then quit, my G. You made enough bread. Just quit, bro.
Oh, man, wow.
I'm good, bro. Those are the 3 Caucasians I dislike. Every other Caucasian, y'all good in my book. Here's a dap. But yo, Bradley Beal.
I'd pump the brakes on that.
Nah. That's my top 3.
I do. Listen, I'm so glad you said that about Theo Von, though. Man, I hate Theo Von so much.
He's up there. He's horrible.
Jim Gaffigan was. I don't listen to this. This is just like on my TikTok algorithm. Jim Gaffigan was on his podcast, and like it opened with Theo just being like, "Hey, man, I stole some of your material when I was doing the NACA circuit," and Jim was like, "Oh, okay, like what am I gonna do?" It was awful. I hate that guy. I don't think he's funny. Anyways, wow, that's okay. All right, but so you don't think they're the best team in the West though?
No, because y'all lost like some players off the bench, and I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I didn't really think they're that fire, just because they're not like fun to watch. So I never really like taking notes if they're fire. But I'm gonna tell you this. If you lose people that's off the bench and everybody's coming at your throat because they don't like you, then people are going to make adjustments, and the other people got better squads. So I don't see them winning it again, but also nobody cared that they won unless you're like white or a basketball nerd or from the city of Denver. So I don't think Adam Silver is going to allow that. Or if you don't have a personality and you just like numbers. I'm just going to say.
It's ripping them.
Dude, that's bro,
I'm tired of this Denver Nuggets shit.
That was like all of me, white, nerdy basketball fan. I care about numbers. I'm not from Denver though, so I got that going. Wait, I think that's fair though. They did lose Bruce Brown. I think that's a problem. They lost Jeff Green, but they did get Christian Brown making fun of Jeff Green, which is really funny.
That was funny.
Really funny.
Yeah.
I do think Christian Brown is gonna step up a little bit. I'm excited for Peyton Watson is a second-year dude that I think is gonna be pretty solid for the Nuggets. All right, so if you don't think Denver's the 1 seed, who do you think is the best team in the West coming out, like the regular season? Who's coming out of the West? Phoenix?
Yeah, I think Phoenix has a lot to prove. And then, Phoenix got they got Yuta, they got Bobo. You know what I'm saying? They picked up pieces. They just got what's the dude for Blazers? Nurkic. You feel me? They got rid of the piece that everybody was complaining about, and then you added more fire pieces. I think it's questionable who's the point guard, and that's what I'm nervous about. But when it comes to straight buckets, if we playing positionless basketball, it's gonna be a nightmare for people to guard that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that. What about you, Justin?
My 1 is the Nuggets. I just think they with Jokic and Murray, they're gonna be on it. Also, I have 2 as Phoenix because I think Phoenix is gonna take a while to actually get their rotations figured out because they got half their team hasn't been on that team. So like they got the starters. Their dudes are good, but like who's their backup guard? Who's their center? How they run a point? I think they're like in standings wise. I think they will be 2 because they'll be figuring it out for especially like the first part of the season. Yeah, where the Nuggets is
but who's Jamal's backup? Who's Jokic's backup? I'm just curious.
Isn't
fucking DeAndre Jordan, baby?
DeAndre Jordan. Who's Jamal's backup?
Yeah,
but they've been on the
Jackson.
Yeah, the Reggie Jackson. These people have been on the team. Like Phoenix, straight up, like having people who haven't been on the team together.
Yeah, and no one
hates so much.
I'm just saying for standings, it matters. It's gonna matter at the beginning of the season.
And I don't know how Bradley Beal is with committed relationships, but that man is committed to entering the health and safety protocols. Like no one has entered the health and safety protocols quite like Bradley Beal. No, I'm with you. I think the Suns. I have the Suns as the second best team in the West. I hate Nurkic coming to the Suns. Nurkic was bad. Nurkic has been bad defensively. He's been bad offensively. He's just been straight up bad. But I understand that they had to move off of Ayton. So, like, you got to do what you got to do. But they have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. They're going to score a fuck ton of points. So, I think the Suns are the second best team in the West. I think, like, the Nuggets and the Suns are clearly the 2 best teams. And then I think there's a drop. I think you can make an argument for almost anybody for the 3 seed, where I think that's where I think it gets fun. Steve, do you not even think Denver's the second best team either?
I got them at 2, but y'all be. I only have them at 2, and I'll tell you why when I get to 3. But y'all really fuck with Jokic. That shit is crazy.
I mean, he's the best player on the planet right now.
That's subjective.
Okay, you're right.
That's subjective. I personally, dead ass. I personally think Luka Doncic. Right?
Okay.
If he had the same, dead ass.
That's fair.
Squad, we would have been sucking his dick the same way we sucking Jokic's dick.
The same way Jamal Murray got his dick knocked on Snapchat.
Yeah. But in this situation, it's not on Snapchat. But you get what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that keeps the streak alive. I think that's like 72 straight episodes where we reference Jamal Murray getting
You
dunked.
got it, bro. Shout out to Canada for he's the only kind of likable guy.
From Canada.
No. Whoa. Come on. Pause.
Wait, okay. I respected Steve. I respected. I love Luka. I love Giannis. I love those. To me, those are the 3 best players in the world right now. And Embiid, 4 best. I think they're all like right there. Who do you got 3?
I just want y'all to know, right? If you're talking about best, right? I'm not trying to be ignorant right now, right? If we're talking about the best, right? Not on the team. We talking about if they playing 1-on-1. Embiid be busting your boy's ass consistently, my guy. Consistently, my guy.
If they're playing 1-on-1, give me Bones Highland.
You smoke, all right. Let's do the 3 because you guys have lost your mind. That's
a different game. Wait, hold on. Justin, you go first. Who you get 3?
New Orleans Pelicans.
Whoa! Let's go.
Baby, I am buying the Zion hype.
And for the second time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, big screen for Justin Ketchens.
Y'all came at Zion. Y'all was talking about his choices and women and baby mamas. Talking about he's saying he's fat, out of shape. So Zion got in the lab. You see him all oiled up, buff as hell on a press photo, saying he's gonna be unstoppable. Remember, when Zion plays, he averages 30 and 10. He averages 30 and 10. He's like 23.
He does.
That's what Zion is. Who's going to stop him in the West? And if Zion's there, that team falls into place. Ingram is in his prime. He played Team USA. That usually helps, even though he was garbage at Team USA. What's my man's name? Jose?
Oh, Alvarado?
Yeah. He should be healthy. Herb Jones. Look, they started hot early last year, and I'm saying there's always a team that takes a leap nobody expects, and I'm picking the Pelicans. This also, they could miss the playoffs, and I'm fully aware of what I'm doing right now, but I'm hedging real hard.
I love this.
This is the 12-team parlay you take on Sunday, saying I'm gonna get rich right now. That's what I'm doing with this pick.
Bones Highland is that too. Wait, Steve, who do you that is a fire take. That was spicy. Steve, who do you have? Steve looks so pissed off right now.
y'all just don't want to be like, oh, I'm wrong. I just want everyone to know when I'm wrong on this show, I give it my bad, but y'all be saying crazy shit. Oh. I have at 3rd place Memphis Grizzlies.
Wow.
And I know everybody and their mother's like, oh my God, we're not going to have Ja. Y'all act like the supporting cast around Ja Morant isn't crazy.
There we go.
Yo.
Is that crazy? Memphis Grizzlies is crazy?
No.
Bane is fire.
No.
We got Marcus Smart,
The only
Steven
thing
Adams,
I'll say,
JJJ.
Ja Morant's missing 25 games.
Okay, and he missed, I believe 15 games, and they was balling without him.
Yeah,
that's a scrappy team. That's team
fair.
with something to prove. They just looked like bozos last year, talking crazy shit, and now it's time to prove themselves. I think they're going to be solid when Ja Morant comes back. And you know who they got off the bench? D Rose. D Rose, solid point guard. What is D Rose about? Not the bullshit. He gonna tell Ja Morant, stop the bullshit. Y'all bugging.
That's no. I think that's fair. I was talking to name drop Keith Parrish from Fast Break Breakfast in The Athletic, and he was saying that he doesn't know how they're going to do in the playoffs, but this team has figured out how to win in the regular season, and that they just win games. And you're right. They added Marcus Smart. They got this second-year dude, Jake LaRavia, they really like. Steven Adams is back. They don't have Brandon Clark. They don't have John Moran. I think that is a problem. I think that's fine. This is why I think it's wild. Like the West, the 3rd to the 10th seed could all be the same teams.
For sure.
Right? I think the West is crazy. So, all right.
Yeah,
So
I think we're kind of picking up. I think truly it'll be a matter of maybe like 5 wins between like 3 and 8. I also want to say I went like wild because I looked at my list, and this is not because I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I just fucked up and didn't put the Grizzlies on there.
Because it's hard.
which is making me second guess that Pelicans pick, but I'm going to stand on it right now.
So for my 3 seed, I was taking the Warriors. I think Steph Curry's going to try to win the MVP this year. I'm not saying he's gonna, but I think he's going to try to win the MVP this year. I know they're missing Draymond for like the first couple of weeks. I don't love them for like a deep playoff run because I'm like pretty nervous about their depth, and you're relying on Chris Paul to like do some shit. But you still look at like what their starting 5 was last year, and it was one of the best starting 5s in the league. And they got that 5 coming back, and you added CP3 to it. Maybe they move Kuminga and Moody, get some better pieces. So I got the Warriors as a 3 seed, but I mean, I don't feel great about it. Because if like Steph Curry pulls a hammy and he's like, hey, I'm going to miss 4 weeks, all of a sudden they're a 7 seed. So I don't feel great about it, but that's my 3 seed. I'm going to move it along just so we get out of here in the next like 10 minutes. For 4, this is like my one wild take for the West. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting a playoff series. I got them finishing 4. Steve's so mad. Listen, the Oklahoma City Thunder won like 45 games last year without having a big man. And then they added Chet Holmgren, who's going to win Rookie of the Year this year. SGA is going to be a top 3 MVP finalist. You got Jalen Williams year 2, Josh Giddey year 3. I'm with it. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then I think they're going to get bounced in the first round. I think they're going to be the Sacramento Kings of this season. So I got OKC in the 4 seed. Steve, I feel like you're going to need therapy after this. You seem so mad.
It's because it's crazy. Y'all be saying crazy shit and then act like what I'm saying is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, I feel like make logical sense, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who do you got for?
At 4, I got Steph Curry in the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're going to do their thing. My 5th, from 5th to 10th, y'all might think I'm crazy. And I could do it if you want me to do it.
Yeah. Why don't rifle them off, and then with Justin, you can rifle yours off.
At 5, I got the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, that's where I got the Lakers too.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Now at 6, all right, this is gonna be the one that's like, yes, John, I do feel like I got gaslit. 6 is the Clippers.
Okay.
Now at 7, this is what I believe. At 7, we have a team that I feel like will expose the Nuggets that y'all be dick riding and sucking and going crazy.
Man, what a championship!
How the fuck you mean they won a championship? You was dead ass talking shit about the Spurs and Pistons, and they won multiple, bro. Like, come on, bro. What you mean? If the Spurs got like 5 of them shits, I can talk shit about that whack ass team, bro. Come on. Anyway, a team that will expose y'all at the 7th place and knock y'all out. That's my prediction. Is SGA and the motherfucking gang. Okay, I got them at 7th, and I think they're gonna do crazy against y'all team and expose them.
I love the Thunder.
Then at 8, we taking it back to Cali. We got De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. Then at 9, I have Justin's 3rd place team, just because I do not trust Zion. But CJ and Brandon, I see y'all. Y'all know ball. And then at 10th, I got one of my favorite players in the league and his sorry ass squad. We got Ant-Man and the Timberwolves.
I just knew you were going to say the Timberwolves. The second you're like, I love this guy and the sorry ass team, I was like, this is the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We gotta get Ant-Man out of there, bro. We gotta get him out of there.
What about you, Justin? Were you pretty close to all that?
I've been changing my list actively the whole time. And once I realized I didn't have Memphis in there, I was like, this is wrong as hell, dog. So I'm gonna just read. I had Memphis at 4. I added them. That's probably too low, honestly, and I might have changed it if I knew. But we're gonna live with that at 4. Then I have the Lakers at 5. Although I think we're gonna get a 50-game LeBron season. I think it's gonna be a lot of Austin Reeves and Rui.
A lot of.
I'm not mad at that.
But I think LeBron is straight up going to hit that that rests. Remember, he's old enough that he's the oldest player in the league, right? So he can
do
rest
whatever he
back to
wants.
backs because he's old enough to get in that rule. Yeah, I got the Lakers at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I have the Kings at 6.
Okay.
I still believe in the Kings. Still got a good Sabonis. I don't think he's going out like that. I hope, I haven't checked, but I hope he put some weight on his chest. He had an all-NBA season, and all we remember is him just getting punked by Kevin Looney. Come on, Looney. Excuse me.
And he played with a broken thumb for like half the season, and nobody talks about that because they just remember him getting stomped on.
Then let's go Golden State. I think the Clay thing is going to start to hurt them because Clay is fine, and he will get open shots because of Chris Paul and Steph, but that man can't move anymore. So defensively, it's going to hurt them, and they
problem.
I don't know. I don't know about those young dudes, or they don't like their young dudes. So I think they might make a trade, honestly, which would change it. But I don't trust the Warriors. But again, I'm waiting for a fall off that may never happen. What was that? 7? 8, Minnesota. That Cat is going to play. Anthony Edwards is like a potential superstar. Yeah. So I have them there. Let's go 9, Dallas, because I believe they're right where they were last year, and they're going to be trying this year.
And Steve, you didn't have him in your top 10, and you were saying Luka is the best player in the league.
Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. Pause it. You got me speaking in Haitian Creole. Pause it. His team is trash. Dwight Powell is trash.
Oh, yeah, that is
Everybody is trash. Tim Hardaway Jr. works at Hardee's. He makes burgers. This team is trash. You know what I'm saying? You could be, right now, bro, right? You could be going extremely crazy, but the rest of the cast not there, bro. We all seen movies where they're acting their ass off, but you like, hey, man, you're not going to get an Emmy nomination. You're not going to get an Oscar. Come on, bro. Y'all got to stop sucking Jokic, bro. We need a new person to suck off. There's a whole bunch of white people. Zach Collins. Why don't we show Zach Collins some goddamn love? If you're gonna show Caucasian 5 love, what's wrong with Zach Collins? What's wrong with Nurkic? They're likable. Zach Collins looks like he should be on CW. What's wrong with him?
Listen, all right. My new Jokic this year is Devin Vassell. They're not making the top 10, but Devin Vassell is going to be the new dick riding that I've got. And so it's no longer being Nikola Jokic. Wait, hold on, Justin. Do you get to 10? Do I rip them off now, or do you?
I think I forgot the Thunder, but
Thunder.
Yeah, I think the Thunder. I can see the Thunder. This is also hard because I can see one of these teams is going to have a fall off.
Somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired this year because of this.
And
I straight up didn't put the Clippers in there. I don't believe in that team at all.
I'm gonna take a page. I'm gonna take a page from Justin, and I'm gonna put Dallas at 6, just because Kyrie Irving can't be that much of a dickhead. Because if it doesn't work in Dallas, Kyrie Irving, just be a Black Panther.
Dude.
You feel me? Put the little dashiki on, take a photo like this, smoke a J, say some crazy shit, stop playing ball. Straight up. Now I'm dead ass serious. Stop. If it don't work this year, stop playing ball. I'm dead serious. I'm dead ass. Because that's ridiculous, bro.
First episode of the year, and you encourage Kyrie to be a Black Panther.
Am I wrong? If you can't play ball, Malcolm X, autobiography in my backpack right now. Let's do it. Because you're not balling, dog.
I just love that you're like, Kyrie can't do anything worse. And meanwhile, Kyrie's like, hold my beer. All right, real quick. I have the Lakers 5, the Wolves 6, because I think the Wolves are going to win a ton of regular season games and then get smoked in the playoffs. But I got them 6. I got the Kings 7, which is crazy because that feels like wild disrespect to the Kings because they were the 3 seed last year, but they're 7. I got the Grizzlies 8. Wait, no, I did that wrong. I'm sorry. Lakers 5, Wolves 6, Pelicans 7, Kings 8, Grizzlies 9, Mavericks 10. And then I have the Clippers missing. And that's strictly because I don't trust Kawhi, Paul George, collectively to play enough games. But if you told me the Clippers finished 3, I believe you. Like, I feel like the West is so wild. It's going to be a couple games. Wait, hold on, Steve. Go ahead, Steve. What do you got?
I might have to retire from this show. Yo, I don't have the chat open. Am I a hater?
Wait,
am I a hater?
About
I
which
just
one?
want to know. I don't. If share a comment, if someone says Steve, you're a hater, let me know if I'm a hater.
About which
what
one?
they're saying sounds crazy.
About which one?
Grizzlies 9, dog.
Where did you have the Grizzlies?
3.
No, their best player is missing a third of the season. They're running out.
They was balling without him. You act like there's scrubs on that team. There's other all-stars on that team.
That was 2 years ago. Tyus Jones is on the Wizards. Kyle Anderson is on the Grizzlies. They're running out.
Kyle Anderson, he makes sandwiches at Quiznos.
Yeah,
bro,
but we
got D Rose, we got Marcus. Yo, they're not scrubs, bro. Yeah, 9 is crazy.
I just think everybody's gonna win like 44 to 48 games.
Yo, 9 is am I crazy? Do I not know ball no more? 9 is crazy.
But like again, I think the difference between 3 and 11 is gonna be like 3 games.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be super close. I don't think.
I don't know. It's gonna be wild.
Something's gonna shake out though to break it up because I still don't feel great about my list.
No, all of it feels bad.
I just want to know if I'm right or wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna just stop talking crazy because this is the wildest episode I've ever been a part of my life. A podcast. That means comedy.
I think truly an injury can probably hit somebody in the standings, and then in the playoffs it not matter. It'll just be matchup. So.
Yeah, again, right? Like, so you look at all those teams, right? If the Suns get an injury, they're screwed. If the Warriors get an injury, they're screwed. Like the Nuggets, like all those teams are like one injury away from like 35 wins. But I don't know. But Steve, you're probably the most sane of us all. So you don't have to worry. You're not wilding. You don't have to worry about it. You're keeping us honest right now. All right.
Hey, real quick. Do y'all have a prediction for the worst team in the league?
Yes, I do.
I want to hear yours, Mike.
The Washington Wizards are going to go out of their way to lose as many games as possible. Jordan Poole is going to average 35 points and 12 turnovers a game, and they are going to lose so many games because the Blazers are still going to try to win. The Rockets don't have their pick. The Spurs are going to be a little bit better. I think the Wizards are going to be the only team that tries to suck as much as they can.
You know what? That sounds about correct. That sounds about correct. Yeah. And also, I just think their roster is pretty ass. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of dudes we don't know. You know
they
what
got
I mean?
Adam Pally playing 38 minutes a game.
What's his name? Cody Crespop or something.
Corey Kispert? Hey, he's starting to get a little better. I actually think the Wizards.
This shot is crazy.
I think the Wizards are going to do a little better than people think, which is still not make the playoffs. But
wait, who's your worst pick then?
The Spurs.
Ooh, that might be it.
You think Wemby plays like 32 games?
Yeah, dog. The Spurs are gonna be out here doing. The Spurs they are doing stuff for another season. They are not trying to win this year.
That is right. That is true. That they're not. They're gonna like even if Wemby starts cooking, they'll be like, "Hey man, can you like chill out a little bit? Here's some breakfast tacos. Like relax."
Popovich is going around the country just testing new wines, man. He's really taking this year off. That's why he's excited and getting an extension. So
that's retirement right there. Just getting paid just fucking insane amounts of money to get your dick kicked in every game with a 7'6" Frenchman.
You know what team I'm gonna say? Orlando Magic.
Come on.
That'd be wild.
That would
Call
be wild.
back, baby. Call back, baby.
All right. Are we back to weekly now? We cooking now?
I hope so.
Yeah.
This was fun. I hope so.
When does the season officially start? I know we're in preseason.
24th. So it's not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. So I mean, I'm sorry, not 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Okay.
So next week we do some awards, and then honestly, the following it's the opening day show. So yeah, we got one more show before we get cooking. All right, Steve, get us out of here. Then you heard us with the Orlando Magic, so get us out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just listened to the 89 Cavs, the best basketball podcast in the world. This is Mike. That's Justin. I'm Steve. May all your endeavors go well and all your jump shots be wet like water. Stay up like a hard dick. You heard me.